welcome to episode 4 of Insert Coin, the video game video show from us wonderful folks at Team Venom Media that nobody's watching. Connor, how the devil are you this week?
I'm good. Why is something applauding?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can hear applause?
Applause just came from my speakers.
I did go like that, as I said.
No, it was like full on. Oh, the wheel span on its own.
Ah, okay, fair enough. That makes
coming
sense.
Through my speakers and not. Okay. Hi, everybody.
Professionals. Yes.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I've not played many video games. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's okay. That's
I've had
okay. Who cares? Yeah, no one's watching.
I've had an ear infection and TMJ at the same time, so that's fun. But I just like, I can't be asked. So I've spent my time watching Marvel Cinematic Universe TV shows. It's pretty much where my time's being. Other than that, it's figure videos, which for some reason does better than a brand new release Spider-Man 2 game. There's that. Who are you people searching for Chitauri and Marlin? Grow up. I mean, thanks, but
but grow the fuck up.
Yeah, but like, who's choosing those people? Chitauri, there's more vowels in their name than they had them in the movies. What's going on? But no, other than that, it's been good. I believe this is our first one recording since you've returned to the country. Or is there one more? Because I don't know.
We did one last week. We did it last week. Yeah. Because we did the video of me looking for stuff in Hungary, and then I bought this One Piece game, and you were like, why?
Oh yeah, it does sound like me.
Yeah, we had like
it all blends together.
It does. We've done a lot of conversations randomly since then.
Oh yeah, I remember now because our last week's was just us going, fuck it, let's play Fortnite.
We played Fortnite, yes, we did. Yeah, which was great. And a new season drops tomorrow, so next week's episode, which will be, I don't know. I'm assuming by the time this comes out, it will drop tomorrow.
I'm gonna say, because isn't it meant to be like an asteroid hits and then Eminem's rapping and like some shit?
Yeah, it's weird. So I just figured, like, for the next episode, we could always return to playing Fortnite because new season.
We could.
So
it could be a possibility.
Yeah. But the main topic for this week we were going to talk about was MCM Comic Con, because we, as a whole, Team Venom has press access for it, which is great. There's lots and lots of video game guests this year. Standout ones are Roger Clark, who's Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2, David Hayter, who's Solid Snake, and also Troy Baker, who's been virtually everybody. Everybody. And we've also got Jennifer Hale, who we mentioned briefly last week that I got her stuff wrong, but she was also the female shepherd from Mass Effect, which is great.
Yeah.
So
Mrs. Hale, who was everyone except who you thought she was.
Yeah, because I misread something, and it turns out that she's Jean Grey in the X-Men anime, Jean Grey in the X-Men video games, Jean Grey in the upcoming X-Men 97 season.
Can't wait.
But for some reason, I thought she was in the 90s animated season, but it was she was 90s.
If she's in Jean Grey in most things, it's easy to just...
Yeah, because they're quite consistent. Like, all those Marvel versus Capcom games had Cal Dodd doing the voice of Wolverine still, so... I assumed, and I got it wrong. But she's there.
Yeah.
So over the course of the weekend, there's going to be lots and lots of content dropping on the Team Venom Gaming and Team Venom Media channels. Lots of interviews should be happening. There's certain things that we've been told we're definitely having, which is we've got press access to all of the panels, which we're allowed to record up to 2 minutes of each panel, which may not sound like a lot, but because we're in the press section, what they've historically done at these panels is they allowed the press to get up and ask questions. So there'll be a bit in the panel where me or one of the people that are going with me gets to go on stage and talk to David Hayter, for example. So at some point, we are going to have something from Solid Snake on our channel, which leads me straight into this week's Retro Replay, because keeping on board with that theme, I decided I was going to play Metal Gear 2, and obviously there's all the stuff with that, so let's go straight to it.
Hello everybody and welcome to the retro replay. For this one I'm going to be looking at the very awesome and ever so slightly controversial Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. This came out on the PlayStation 2 and it's just such a great game for me anyway. So I'm playing it on the Xbox One using the HD collection that they've done, and yeah, just going to jump straight in and start from the tanker episode, which is where you get to play as Solid Snake. Now, that's what made it so controversial at the time, because all of the advertising for the game only focused on the Solid Snake parts, and then the protagonist switches to Raiden as you get to the main game itself. So, yeah, but it's good. It's a good game. And personally, I've always been a massive fan of Metal Gear Solid since the first one in the mid-90s. And the main reason that I'm using this for this week's retro replay is that it ties in with what I'm up to this weekend, which is going to the MCM Comic Con in the NEC in Birmingham, where David Hayter himself is going to be there. David Hayter was the voice of Solid Snake, so that's just going to be awesome. So that's pretty much the theme for my picks this week. So anyway, I'm going to go a new game, and I'm going to select the tanker just for you to see the Solid Snake thing. So difficulty wise, for the sake of this, I'm just going to stick it on very easy, because this is so you can see what the game's like. We'll slap the radar on type 1. There's again this is just purely the thing of running through dog tag. But we'll go for 2001 dog tags anyway. But yeah, I'd say this is one of my all-time favourite games, and I apologise that we're
the Hudson River
having a 5-minute
2 years
clip show.
ago.
There we go, 5-minute
We had
clip
classified
for the
intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for
we're
transport.
2 minutes in,
Oh.
and no gameplay started, so I am going to skip this cutscene now.
This is Snake.
Sorry, I'm just skipping through it really quickly just so we can get the gameplay. But yeah,
the mission.
Metal Gear Solid 1 is
All
one of my
right,
all-time favourites.
let's look
This
at
was
your
one of the
gear.
very first games I got
Your
on PlayStation 2 when it came out. So yeah, I mean, there was a few games that I absolutely loved off the PS2, which was Metal Gear, Gear 2, this one. Snake Eater was really good.
We
but
need to get a fix on
Snake Eater being Metal Gear 3. And then the first Devil May Cry was one of my favourite, one of the games that I really loved off there. And there we go. And Final Fantasy X is one of my all-time favourite games of it as well. So anyway, if we see David's Solid Snake running around. Sorry, it's because of the whole David Hayter thing. And again, I am hoping that
freeze.
MCM does the usual thing of giving us the press access. Well, they have given us press access. Sorry, giving us access to the press office. Sorry, got distracted because are you going to shoot me? And I've shot him. And got his dog tag. There it is. Ross E. Bowman. Anyway, yeah. So I got distracted because of that. But I'm hoping that we get the wonderful thing that we normally do of being able to go into a press room with a lot of these guys that are there. Yeah, I'm aware of this. Ignore the codec call. It's because at the moment I am just planning on snaffling some dog tags, because it's the fun part of this game. Just sorry my language, I messed up there. Yeah, click over the balconies on there as well. Yep. There we go. Couldn't work out how to drop it. Anyway, yeah, so David Hayter, iconic voice of Solid Snake, is
Freeze.
hoping to flag an interview of some sort with him.
Don't kill me.
But if not, it's cool. And he'll just have to settle for me doing bad David Hayter impersonation and stuff like that all the time, which I will do. All the way. So, was that one? Oh, we're at the 5-minute mark. Nice. Yeah, so I've overran on my segment. Sorry, Connor. Obviously, if you're watching this as a standalone video on the YouTube channel Team Venom Gaming, we do these segments mainly for the Insert Coin video game show on the Team Venom media channel. I think this guy refuses, if memory serves.
Are you going to shoot me?
Are you going to shoot me? Let's go for right between his friggin' eyes. But yeah, this game was so good when it came out, and it's obviously very good still. And let's have a look around here. Yeah, so obviously if you alerted any enemies, you could run around, hide in the dark corners, and also do the thing of locking yourself in cupboards like this. Occasionally they come, obviously the enemies will come and try and find you, which is also brilliant. You can shoot these just to smoke up the corridor and stuff, which is also cool. Yes, the cruise lounge, this was great. Now, if you go into this area from a different way, that guy will be sat on the stairs instead, or at least a different guy, done with a different backpack. I'm not sure.
Freeze.
Oh no, press crouch.
Don't kill me.
Go. So I remember for the things of using Whitey or whatever, this used to be the main spot to do it. But you used to hang over the railings and then press both your bumpers, and you could do pull-ups as old solid Snake there. Yeah. So anyway, David Hayter was Solid Snake for
Freeze.
for the first 4 Metal Gear Solid games, and then he was replaced by Kiefer Sutherland from 24 and Flatliners and other such wonderful things for Metal Gear 5, which was one of those things where it's a shame because David Hayter's voice was so iconic, and at the same time understandable because Kiefer Sutherland is Kiefer Sutherland. So yeah, I do still think though that Metal Gear 5 probably would have been better for the consistency of having that. But obviously it's not Solid Snake in there, so I guess that's why how they could justify it, because it's Big Boss. So yeah. Anyway, just realised we're nearly at the 8-minute mark, so I'm going to wrap this up. This is I'm going to put on the floor for it. This is Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty for the PlayStation 2. This is the Xbox 360 port that I'm playing on an Xbox One. Aha! I'm probably going to end up doing a full-on gameplay thing on this because it's such a good game. But for the time being, let's just bring it on this. Save.
Do you want to save, Snake?
Again for a full stream. But anyway.
Oh, you're not going to save?
Thank you for watching.
Well, okay.
And
just let me know when you need to.
If you're watching this via Insert Coin, it's going to go back to me and Connor in the Zoom call. So enjoy.
Very nice. It's amazing it's taken you like a decade to actually get a fucking face cam in there. A decade. That was a lot of waffle to get into the game. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I love
it. I know you do.
It's got a special place in my heart, and that's. I mean, I know that's been the main point of the retro replay and the Games Pass segments that I do. I'm sort of picking and choosing. Although, what I'm going to do next week is I'm just going to, especially for the Games Pass one, I'm just going to pick something completely random and hope for the best. I think.
That's what I've been doing. Hence why we've had something I praise and then like Contra.
Well, I'm currently getting the Games Pass list up on the old phone. There's a game called Frog Detective. I'll probably do that next week. We'll see if it's Pyro the game.
Yeah, you got it, Frog Detective.
Yeah, Frog
Detective. Shall we hop Shall we hop into our ever always successful segment of the wheel?
The segment that we forgot about last week.
we had other things to do.
By the way, did you like my Solid Snake voice in the middle of that video?
I always like your Solid Snake.
Do you want to do it again for you, for the benefit of the...
Go for it. I don't know why, but because you said, "Let me, do you want me to do it again?" I thought he was going to burst some random shit. It's a me, Solid Snake. Like just... Right.
Died. Oh, spin the wheel, make a deal.
There we go. Console Coliseum time.
Hey, it's got the name on it now. Look how professional.
I know. For you, it is.
Oh, don't give me someone terrible.
This could go my way for once. This could go my way.
It could. Let's see who you've got.
Come on.
Oh. Yeah, I think I might have won again.
I don't know. Although I will say there's a lone Goombot on there, and it was so close to landing on it.
I know. If you got Ezio, I was dead.
Yeah. If I got you, Trevor Phillips, you were dead.
Yeah. Trevor would have just been wearing Nico's skin.
Yeah. I think Tommy could do it. I mean, Nico's like, he's got some military combat, but
Nico would just, Nico would be challenged to a fight and then miss the text about it because he'd be going bowling with his cousin Roman.
But also, this is Tommy Vercetti, and it's set in the 80s. So if Nico makes him bleed, God knows what disease is in Tommy Vercetti's blood.
But if that's set in the 80s, then he's going to be
Just
old
punching.
as fuck by the time that he takes on Nico. You just punch him in the rib and they shatter.
I mean, I'm assuming we're talking
time
crime
travel,
for both.
yeah, time travel.
Yeah.
I mean, we may as well. It's like we're talking fictional video game characters facing each other, so
Exactly, this shit matters.
It does.
It depends how we look at this. Are we literally talking like we lock them in like
a cage,
Mortal
with a dog or
Kombat
something.
style arena? Like it's an arena of choice from another video game, like randomly, and then it's literally no prep time, no weapons. It's just whatever their character has by default. Because if that's the case, then
I'm dead.
I don't know. It's
hand to hand, isn't it?
Yeah, but Nico's former military.
That's true.
Tommy's like former mafia, but
you know, I'm going to concede and give this one to you because I feel like you need the win. Based,
I don't want your pity thing. Nico shanks him and then his cousin shits on him.
There we go. Done. I won again.
Now out of spite, out of spite, let's look at something that I find positive, which is release radar. This one is for, I think it's been out a couple of months, but it was on early access for a very long time. You had to pay for it. Now you don't. Now it's free to play. It's actually fun. So here is release radar for Disney Speedstorm. Disney Speedstorm is a free-to-play kart racing game developed by Gameloft Barcelona and published by Gameloft. It features various Disney and Pixar characters racing vehicles on tracks themed after the worlds of their films and franchises. Disney Speedstorm has a roster composed of characters from various Disney properties such as Mickey and Friends, Pirates of the Caribbean, Monsters Inc., Toy Story, Beauty and the Beast, and among others, including various minor Disney characters that appear as crew members that provide stat boosts and other enhancements for characters from their affiliated collections. The game includes various different single-player and multiplayer modes. Single-player modes include Starter Circuit, a series of events divided into chapters focusing on single racers, specifically Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck and Goofy. Mulan, Hercules, Jack Sparrow previously had their own dedicated chapters during the first two seasons that have effectively served as the game's tutorial. Limited events, which offer rewards for completing specific objectives or for getting a fast time on a leaderboard compared with other players online. And Season Tour, a limited time campaign that changes each new content season. Multiplayer includes ranked multiplayer, where players race to earn points to unlock tiers for rewards of their unlocked races. Regulated multiplayer, separate ranked multiplayer with its own set of rewards that change weekly, that puts all races at the same performance levels. Private track, which allow players to set up their own custom online races with friends or invited player, and local free play, which is essentially split screen. The races themselves are available in different types that feature different gimmicks. Classic is a traditional race, single skill forces all racers to use the same power-up skill, usually an offensive item such as a mine. Floating objects have speed boosts and power items floating above the ground, forcing racers to jump to reach them, and many more. The soundtrack is brilliant, in my opinion. The music is done by a team of 4 musicians. Vincent LaBelle, Nicholas Dubit, Francis Collard, Martin Corsi, remixing classic Disney and Pixar tunes. For a free game, it's very fun and has a lot of replayability, in my opinion. It's something you can just kill a couple of hours doing. I've been playing the campaign mode myself, season tour, and it's very fun. Granted, if play for long periods of time, you do start to feel a little bit like you're playing the same things, but it is especially if you've got the friends to play with. The controls are very easy. I would suggest turn off what's it called? It's like assisted steering or something. I think it's an awful mechanic, but once that's turned off, it's very easy to maneuver around. The game got a little bit of iffy reviews when it was in early access, as you had to obviously purchase early access to play the game. However, since it left early access and is now completely free to play, I think it's 100% worth the free download. It's Mario Kart, but with a Disney twist. Obviously, it's not. I don't think any kart game's ever going to be as good as Mario Kart, but this is certainly up there in my opinion, and it's worth checking out.
I would say that looks intriguing, and I'll probably download it. But I've already downloaded it, Connor. So
yeah, it's fun. It's nice.
It is.
I'm not a Nintendo guy.
We're both deprived of Mario Kart. That's
it. Do you know what it is? I'm not a Nintendo guy. I've owned 2 separate Switch Lites and sold them both.
Same.
Yeah, I can't warrant a Switch Lite for what is essentially Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a Zelda person. I never was.
I quite like Mario.
I was never a Mario person growing up, other than like.
I was more Sonic, to be fair, because I grew up with Mega Drives.
Well, my second console was a Mega Drive because I had a PS1 and then I got a Mega Drive. My mum bought me a Mega Drive when I was a kid because she wanted to play the Mega Drive, and she felt like she couldn't just be like an adult playing a Mega Drive.
Good excuse, to be fair.
Yeah, so I played the Sonics on the Mega Drive a lot, but other than that, I went from playing the Sonics on the Mega Drive, and then the next Sonic I played was on PS2. And then I didn't play one until Sonic Unleashed, and then I haven't played one since. Because Werewolf Sonic. And I'm not, like I say, I'm not a Nintendo guy, so I don't get the Marios or anything like that. And it's nice.
Fun to play through once in a while. I've never Super Mario World I thought was great, but I can finish that in roughly a day. So
yeah.
When I got the Switch Lite and I got the virtual SNES console on there as part of the online membership thing, I was brilliant and went straight onto Super Mario World. The next day it was done, and then I just felt a little bit hollow because I'd spent
really depressing though
for the Nintendo Switch.
Don't you think it's depressing in hindsight how small in duration old games are? Like in hindsight. Yeah. It felt like I would play like an old school game years ago when I was a kid, like for hours and hours and hours. Yeah, and I could sit in 2 or 3 hours and finish a full game.
Yeah, I mean, just as an example, on the Team Venom Gaming channel, I've got the I've ran through a playthrough of Sonic 1 and used Knuckles on there. It's got like next to no frigging views, like 2 or 3 per video, but the average video is 6 minutes. Yeah, about 6 minutes. And there's 7 stages. So we're talking 40 minutes.
Wow.
To complete the whole game start to finish.
That's crazy.
I've done it like stage by stage on there, and like the final stage is 3 minutes it takes me to finish that.
That's absolutely mental.
Yeah. So that's if I was sat there and did it in one fell swoop like I did then, to record all these bits, less than an hour.
Mental.
But when I was a kid,
it felt like forever.
Yeah, because what they used to do on Sonic was it's not as easy I mean, I've been playing them for years, so I have no problem just smashing through a level now. But when I was younger, it was the thing of you only had 3 lives. So you had to get good to get past the first couple of levels. Like the first level's always easy, and then the difficulty amps up for the second level, and then gets worse on the first, and just gets progressively harder, which is awesome because it made you want to keep playing. But it also meant broken controllers when you got to like scrap brain zone, and the floor would just fall out from under you, and then you'd be dead, and it was game over, and you got to start from the beginning again. That I swear that cost me so many control pads as a kid. I never told anyone, but it did.
Yeah, I get that.
It was always the pads that the other people had to play with when they came round.
I had it with Star Wars Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
I got a bundle on CD keys, and it was about 15 Star Wars games. It cost me like £6.
Nice.
And I was like, I played.
I saw the bundle. It's got Knights of the Old Republic with it as well. And
yeah, they're actually all on my desktop right now. You've got Empire at War, Force Unleashed 1, Force Unleashed 2, Battlefront, and Battlefront 2, the classic ones, the 05 ones. The Clone Wars Republic Heroes, Jedi Knight 2, Outcasts, Starfighter, Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith, Dark Forces 2, Republic Commando, KOTOR 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all loads for like £6. So bargain. And I thought, I played these loads as a kid. Loaded that up, and I think it took me 2 and a bit hours.
Nice.
And I was just like,
I had a similar thing with Star Wars Racer, the pod racing game.
Yeah, that's here too, yeah.
I can remember that being an absolute bastard when I had it on the N64, and it was always a struggle to do the upgrades and all that. I went on it on the Xbox because I downloaded. It was in the sale, the Black Friday sale last week.
Yeah.
So downloaded that, and I've already finished it. Like within one sitting, I went on the main tournament thing, which you have to play. You have to play it multiple times to get enough credits to upgrade. But I finished it.
Yeah.
So why do I need to upgrade it? I finished it.
Exactly.
First in every race, everything unlocked, done. Like that. And I was just like, this felt so much bigger when I was younger. But it's still fun, to be fair. And me and Ruben have been playing it a lot and stuff since that point because obviously everything's unlocked. So we've just been randomly picking someone and randomly picking a map, and it's been great.
Exactly. And, we all have things like when it feels bigger when you were younger. Yeah. I've had that with the same game as you, Star Wars Jedi Knight, my uncle. It's always the same thing.
Your uncle. That's why did you hear me when you said that? Did you hear me just go, That's what my brain thought, your uncle. I was going to say.
But no, like on...
AIDS from your uncle.
Yeah, like Star Wars Racing upgrading your thing. You can do that on Speedstorm. It's really fun. I've not played the online yet. There is, I know, right? I'm trying to be professional. Don't work. There's the multiplayer cross-platform functionality. I've not done that yet. I'm still working my way through the single-player circuit. I'm probably going to be online because I'm finding it very easy and against the computer, which I think is meant to. Because it's.
If it's crossplay and we can race each other, I think that should be a new thing that we do on this.
Yeah, head-to-head.
Yeah, anything that we find that's crossplay that we can batter each other on, we should totally go for it.
I'm down.
Yeah,
definitely. We should find a way to see if we can do like a private match on Fortnite, and we just like 1v1 each other.
Yeah,
1v1 each other first to 5 kills or whatever.
That would be pretty awesome, to be fair.
See, always thinking of you guys. Maybe.
No, you want the bragging rights. You want to be. You want to claim my video game championship that's rested on my mantelpiece upstairs. You want me to post that shit to you. There's yours up there. Oh, it looks beautiful.
That's the House Games Championship, and that's for everything: darts, cards, board games, video games. And I'm just saying that ain't left my shoulder for over 12 months.
Nice. So I've got to travel to York to try and claim that belt.
Only if we can do a
unification match.
Yeah, we've got to do a big build-up vignette before it starts to Limp Bizkit's My Way.
Do you know what's mad? Is the last time I came to York, the only time I came to York so that we could go and hang out and go hunting for like nerdy shit. At no point did either of us consider actually taking a photo. So as far as everyone's concerned, we've only ever spoke on Zoom.
Yeah.
we didn't know. It was like, oh yeah, I think I filmed like a whole collectibles video of comic hunting in York because of the bits and pieces that I picked up, and then was like, and I did that on the train. And I was like, should have just done this when we were in the pub with Connor.
Yeah.
So yeah,
well,
it was mad.
That's we should have recorded it. It'd have been like an episode of Shameless. Alcohol, shameless criminal activity.
But I think that's probably why we didn't record anything.
Exactly.
We got merry.
Yes. Oh,
fun times.
Very fun times. And also, speaking of fun, is what you can possibly find on Xbox Game Pass and the PlayStation Plus, whatever the bollocks they call it now. It's not PS Now anymore. It's just PS Plus, extra premium fucking shite. Whichever you're on, unless you're on Steam. I'm not dealing with you. But yeah, Xbox, PS Plus, 2 games that we can spotlight right now. Enjoy or don't. It's up to you.
Okay, so for this edition of Games Pass Smash or Pass, we're going to look at Merge and Blade, which is a really good little game that's very addictive and awesome. I don't know what's happening on the screen there. I'm going to skip that and go straight through to the campaign version. As you can tell by the coins in the top corner, I have obviously played this a hell of a lot, to the point where I finished the whole game. Like I said, see the rank there being 20 of 20 on the last chapter. Let's go on an earlier one just to give you a taste of how it goes. Let's go on that one. So basically, you see these the two little characters at the top of the screen. What you have to do is pair them up and then drop them down. What am I doing here? I'm pressing the wrong buttons is what I'm doing. Why can't I do anything? That's strange. Anyway, so you have to match up 3 of them and it upgrades them. So as you'll see now with those 3 little Robin Hoods, they just got turned into a bishop because why? Who knows? There we go. That's how I rotate. Yeah. This. Okay. I was at a point where it wouldn't let me rotate. That makes sense now. I was pressing the right button all along. Who knew? Anyway, I've gotten really easily distracted. So, what you have to do is fill the screen out or use as many of the turns as you've got as possible. You see at the moment I've got 5 left. And that is to set it up for battling a horde of monsters. It's very addictive once you get into it. Obviously things get more powerful and you get coins for multiple ones being put together. Go kill these boulders. Ah, man, I didn't rotate. Anyway, again, I've got so distracted. This is a very addictive game. Good fun to play, and while they're actually in this battle, let's swap that there. That one there, and then when it goes back to the screen, anything that I've lined up should merge as well. So here you go, look. Shazam. Another little green dude. There we go. Yeah, overall, very fun game. One that I've obviously spent hours on, hence the campaign being at 100%. Doesn't look like much from what I'm doing, to be honest, because yeah, but it's nice and addictive, and that's all that matters when it comes to video games. Because I like stuff I can happily play and mentally switch off to, and that's what this is. One of those types of games, and it's great. Oh no, there we go. Look at that chain. But yeah, so this is Merge and Blade, and overall this gets a smash for it. It's wonderful.
Hat in Time has all the best ingredients of an N64-era 3D platformer. It's cute and colourful with a wacky cast of characters. It offers a variety of collectibles to find on each level, some far easier to get than others. Its world hides cheeky secrets and delightful details. While the first of its 4 main worlds is disappointingly generic, once it opens up, A Hat in Time offers creative, charming areas that make it feel true to its beloved predecessors without getting stale. A Hat in Time begins with you, a young girl and captain of your own spaceship, losing all the hourglass-like timepieces you need for fuel to get home. 40 of them cascade out your window and scatter around a mysterious planet, meaning you have to venture down there to find them. First stop is Mafia Town. It's a basic island level populated by identical burly men who speak broken English, and the Mafia theme is half-baked on top of that. But hopping through the seaside town past In God We Trust graffitied on the walls, and using your special top hat's objective highlighting powers to find one of the missing timepieces is enough to get acquainted with everything, even the over-the-top voice acting, which you'll probably mute as soon as you have a spare minute to flip through the settings. Once you have all that sorted out, you'll have moved on to the next world where A Hat in Time comes into its own. You start out in a movie studio where an owl and penguin are competing to win an award. The world's chapters are split between their movie sets, half on the owl's old-time train, half in the penguin's New Orleans party time. You're given a score based on the collectibles you get in each chapter, and the bird whose chapter you perform in best is named the winner. It's absolutely adorable and unexpected. Your award for being a completionist and return to the world later is a clever ending to an already interesting twist. While the performing in A Hat in Time gets terribly difficult, movement is smooth, and there are plenty of just barely made it moments that are simple but satisfying. Once you get the hookshot pin, you'll be able to transition from the ground to a jump to swing off a hook and back down to ground seamlessly. Getting from place to place just feels good, and the challenge levels are legitimately fun places to show off the grace and movement you've developed. They are pure fun, blend well with the more inventive landscapes you're transversing for a 3D platforming homage that doesn't feel by the numbers. A Hat in Time is slow to start, but it's brimming with charm and collectible fun and joy of classic 3D platformers. Collectibles are both fun to find and help guide you to the game's best secrets. Seeing everything there is to see is its own reward. The platforming isn't particularly challenging, nor does it do anything especially new, but A Hat in Time's cleverly themed worlds and witty quips lend it a more contemporary feel that's just right for satisfying the 3D platform craving. For children and adults alike, A Hat in Time is definitely worth the download.
That merging blade looks shy, but it looks like it could be quite addictive.
That's it in a nutshell, to be fair. That's one of the many games that I've randomly downloaded and gotten addicted to for no damn reason. So, yeah.
I get that.
But I just padded my gamer score out a bit, which is nice.
Yeah.
So obviously, normally this is the point where we'd be talking about what we've been playing this week, because that's what we did.
Yeah.
Historically, but obviously you had Squirrel Aids,
yeah.
So
from my uncle.
From your uncle. You shouldn't be allowed near your house, man. But you shouldn't stop going to his.
Don't tell me what to do. Promises candy.
How to live my life.
Promises candy. It lets his puppy lick my hand when my eyes are closed.
Oh dear. Oh. Well, we might as well just wrap it up.
What he said.
I'm pretty sure he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He went bareback.
Oh,
welcome to the least viewed, but most terrible show that we do.
Honestly, that's to you, Mrs. Mitchell. Oh
dear. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. Find us on the Team Venom Gaming channel as well. Obviously, like and subscribe to all the crap on there. That's about it. Peace out.